Money is really easy and it's one of the most effortless things you can ever do. Now, you want to understand, first of all, that everything that exists in this world, probably you already know this, exists in the form of frequency, energy, and vibration. So this means that we live in a very intangible world that is very tangible to the eyes. And a function of everything that we see comes from everything that is not seen, which probably you've already heard that. But the reason why you may be struggling financially right now, or you may not be manifesting or seeing the amount of money that you desire show up in reality, or you're not having money in the easy way, and you hear people talk about it but you can't really experience it, and you haven't experienced it, it's probably because of this one thing: you're out of alignment. So what does that mean? It means that you are out of the way things are designed to function. Being out of alignment means that everything that exists has a way, a set of way that things are supposed to work. And when you go out of working in that way that things are designed to work, you then go out of alignment. So if you are not experiencing money and having money, probably you're out of alignment. So in the ways that you're out of alignment is, first of all, you're out of alignment with the frequency of money. It's that simple. So how is this like? It means that, money exists. The frequency of money is called abundance. And each time you tap out of the frequency of abundance into a different frequency, could be lack, it could be just enough, it could be just sufficiency, whatever, that is what you're going to experience. Because abundance frequency is the frequency of living in not just enough, but more than enough. And this is where you might be making the mistake to just live in the frequency of enoughness and not in the frequency of abundance. So money and the amount of money that you desire lives on the frequency of abundance. And how we get out of alignment in the frequency of abundance is living as though there is not more than enough, and as though the world is not already abundant in itself. So a few ways that you need to get, things that you need to do to get back in alignment with that frequency, because the truth is, if you can just stay long enough in the frequency of abundance, your financial reality is going to change. And because from this place of being in that frequency of abundance, you can then get inspired actions to take to actually solve a problem and give value, and then money is going to come to you in return, right? So on the energetic part of it, each time you tap out of abundance, you're going to experience lack and frequency in your reality. So to know the frequency that you're operating on right now, you just need to look at your reality. If you are just having enough to pay your bills, it means you're living on the frequency of sufficiency, like just enough. If you're not having enough to do the things you really want to do, it means you're living on the frequency of lack. If you are having more than enough and there's overflow, then you are living on the frequency of abundance. And where you really want to be, because where all the money that we are looking for exists, is on the frequency of abundance. This is where you really want to be, live, and reside and create from. So the first way you tap into that frequency of abundance is, first of all, getting back in alignment with who you are. Now, on the spectrum of vibration, the highest frequency that exists is not the frequency of love, it's the frequency of authenticity. And authenticity is the ability to be yourself and truly fully live as you at the core, and not who you've been conditioned to believe that you need to be, and not what the world expects you to be. So what this means is that you need to get back in alignment with who you are at the core. Deep down on the inside, who are you? If you were not conditioned to believe, be this, do that, have that, whatever, who will you be? And this is where you need to do some inner work now to tap within to really know your truth and birth your own truth, because you may not know how this actually is gonna help into you creating abundance effortless in your life, but you are going to become a match for everything that you desire once you live in authenticity, which is once you truly live as who you are at the soul level, and not who you are in this physical level and who you've been conditioned to be. So who are you without the conditioning. What is really important to you? What are your values? What do you really value? And who are you? Like, who will you be if you were not told that this is good or bad? Who will you be if you were not given a certain conditioning and a set of way to live life as though someone else created the rules, even though you can create your own rules, right? So it's like, what is really you? Who are you really on the inside? If without all the shame, the guilt, the judgment, the people pleasing, the need to be seen, the need to get validation, who will you be on the inside? Once you tap into that person and you start living as though that is you, because that is you, and you start living as your true self, what is going to happen is that you're going to feel free. Not just free from the outward way of like this person look free, but from the inside, because now you are living in alignment with your truth. You are living in alignment with who you really are, right? And when you start living in alignment with who you really are, you are going to attract money. You are going to have abundance flow in your life. You're going to have money come into your life. Consciously or subconsciously, it's going to come. So most people don't know the relationship between that self-expression, meaning that living in alignment with their truth and actually attracting money. But this is one of the biggest things that you can ever have. Now, I want you to look at the people who have walked this earth, who truly and fully lived as themselves, without thinking what people are going to think about them, without worrying about what other people are going to think about them, how they are going to view them, and what people are going to say of them. Those people who fully lead at themselves, watch their life. Watch the way that they literally don't stress about anything. Watch the way that anything that they need shows up for them, and how they are just living a very free and abundant life in a way that money just chases them. Now, I have experienced this personally. The moment that I am living my life and I focus just on who I am and what I want and what is really important to me, and I forget about what every other person thinks, how they look at me and whatever, and I just allow them to be themselves and think whatever they want to be, money flows in my life in such a way that is mind-blowing. So authenticity, like, who are you? Who are you? And most people nowadays don't even know who they are. We've been conditioned to live in a certain way and told who we should be, that we've lost the sense of who we are. You have lost the sense of your true identity, of who you really are at the core. And you are trying to be someone else because we have been put people on pedestal and think that this is the way I should look to be accepted, to be loved, to be validated. And this probably it could be because when you were growing up, your mom you needed to do something to seek your mom's approval or love or to get validation or your parents or whatever. And as adults, you continue doing that. You continue living your life as though you need other people's opinion, but the truth is that you really don't need other people. And if other people like you or not, it's not really your business. And one thing I want to tell you is this: people are not still going to like you even if you behave and try to be who they want you to be. They are not still going to like you, and you're not here to live your life for another person. You're here to live your life for yourself, and the only person maybe is God, So here's what I'm saying. If you could just be authentic and fully express yourself and live in alignment to who you truly are and live your truth, live what is truth for you and forget about other people, you are gonna start attracting money like you've never seen before, because then you are in alignment with who you are at the core. You're in alignment with your higher self. You're in alignment with your truth. And then you ask yourself, what are my values? Not what I've been told is valuable, not what I've been told is important. For me, for example, my values are spirituality. It has to be spiritual for me. It has to be growth. My value is growth. I need to be growing, learning new things and expanding. And for me, that makes of me. So what are your values? And your values are not the things that are important to you. They are the things that make you. They are the things that are who you are. That you know that this thing is just part of who I am. It's not necessarily what is important to me. So it's like who I am is love spiritual conversation. Who I am is I love abundance. Who I am is I love growth. And when you live in alignment with that, again, that is going to raise your vibration in a way that you never saw coming and you never thought possible. So again, one, live in alignment with your truth, which is who you really are, and live your life in alignment with your higher self. 2, live in alignment with your values. And the 3 is that you need to come in alignment with your soul work. Here's the thing. You are here on earth for a purpose. There is a purpose that you have that is bigger than you. And this purpose is your soul work. It's what you are here on earth to do. Yes, I know that we all have one big purpose on this earth, to become the best version of ourselves and to become who we really truly are as spiritual beings, which is our highest self. But beyond becoming that, there's also a work that you would do, because the reason why you need to become your highest self is so that you could do a work on this planet. So what is the work that you are here to do? What is that work? Live in alignment with your purpose. And how you're going to do every moment, live in alignment with your purpose, is like, what is your purpose at every moment? It could be the things that light you up, the things that make you happy. But what is your unique soul work? What is your unique soul work on earth? And when you look at that, how can you then live in alignment with that soul work and do that soul work every day? Because here's the thing, as long as you're living in alignment with your truth, you're living in alignment with your values, and you're doing your soul work, you are going to be on the frequency of abundance. Because remember, all of this is so that you can be on that frequency and not just try to be on that frequency anytime you want to manifest 5,000, 10,000, you visualize and do that. But literally you become the frequency. So it's like you stop trying to be the frequency, and now you have become the frequency of abundance, and you have become the money. Because in that moment, you are no longer trying to manifest the things that you desire. Every time you desire the thing, it's like you become the thing. And because you have become the thing, right? Because you've become the thing, it just shows up. It just shows up the moment you think it, because your thoughts are powerful. Your thoughts become things. But the moment that you desire it, it shows up without you literally trying to manifest it. So this is what we call effortless manifestation. Effortless manifestation is when you don't try to manifest things, but just because you desire that thing, it shows up because you're already an energetic match for it. And you are not even trying to be the match, because your life in general and your lifestyle is already on a high frequency. You're already living a high frequency life. You're already living a high vibe life. And because you're already living a high vibe life, everything you desire shows up in your universe. So it is that simple. So you need to actually get in alignment with your purpose. Like what is my soul work? What is the work that lights me up? And here's the thing. At times when we begin doing our soul work, because we have been so conditioned by the metrics to believe that we must see how it has to make us money now, it has to be this instant gratification, we actually don't do the work in the watering season. We don't plant the seed and wait to water it and build it and to reap. We just want to get it now. It's like you start something today, you just want a fruit today. But when you are doing your soul work, it's like a garden. It's like a garden that you're planting, but you're not planting this garden hopelessly. You're planting this garden knowing that tomorrow, of course, I'm going to reap the ripple of it. But then you're planting, and then in the process, even in the process of waiting and watering, you still cannot live in lack. You are going to have your needs met, because you are in alignment for the highest good of all. The work that you're doing is not just for you, it's for you, for me, for us, for the whole collective, and for the whole universe. So it's like, when you really decide to tap out of this frequency of lack, tap out of the frequency of not enoughness, and step into that frequency of abundance, what you notice is that most people will start coming back to their heart and asking themselves, who do I really want to be? What do I really want to? What is my soul purpose? What is my highest calling? What am I here on earth to do? And in order for you to know that, again, you need to know, first of all, who am I here to be? Because who you're going here to be is the most important part of the thing. So first, get in alignment with your soul work. Now, the next thing is that get out of survival mode. So what is survival mode? Survival mode is this fight or flight mode where we get into when we feel like we are not safe. So anytime you feel like you're not safe, right, like lack of safety, you get in survival mode. You get in survival mode and your brain starts creating stories, and you start trying to, and you are just in this hustle and grind energy. That is literally how it feels in the body. It feels like hustle and grind. It feels like chasing money. It feels like chasing things. It feels like being attached and being clinged to it, needing it now, needing to make things happen. When you are in that survival mode, which is in a state, your nervous system is regulated. So because your nervous system is not regulated, you cannot really create and you cannot really receive. So this means that the things that you desire may even show up in your life, but you are not going to be able to receive them because you're just in this energy of I need, I want, I'm chasing, I lack, and in that energy. So, and the way you're going to get out of survival mode is realizing that there's no animal chasing you. And here's the thing, you can surrender and let go of control. Because here's why we get in survival mode. We get in survival mode because we think we are in danger, right? So, for example, if you think that maybe your bills next month, today is maybe mid-month, and you think that at the end of the month, I'm not going to be able to pay my rent, your body, your nervous system is going to feel like you're in danger. So you're going to get in that fight or flight mode in order to try to get yourself from not being in that situation that you want. So it's like you start feeling like you're in danger. What happens is that when you're in that mood, your brain actually shut up. You can't really receive divine guidance, and you can't really go in the direction that you should go that will be in alignment to the highest good, and you can't even receive spiritual instruction, divine instruction, guides, and you cannot really receive heaven's support. So when you are in that survival mode, you're going to be trying to make things happen, and what you need to do in that moment, you need to take a deep breath, breathe out, and let go and surrender. Surrender, knowing that you are taken care of. God is taking care of you. Have a healed relationship with God. You learn to surrender to God. You learn to trust God. You learn to lean back, and you learn to let Him lead and let Him guide you, even in those moments. And in those moments, you simply can kneel down and make a prayer. God, please, in this moment, I need your help. And God is going to give you an idea, a leading, a guidance, or something that is going to pull you out of that thing that you are trying to stop yourself from. But when you get in that survival mode, what happens is that you literally shut your brain from thinking, and you are instead in this mood of anxiety, stress. And guess what? When you're in that mood, you're sending out negative energy that is going to attract more of the things that you don't want. So learning to literally surrender and let go of control to God or to source or to the spirit or to the one mind is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Because when you let go of control and you surrender and you're like, you know what, God, I have my rent that is getting due in the next whatever. I don't know what to do. I don't even know, but I trust that you love me. Because when you have not healed your relationship with God, you can't believe that you're loved, right? Because, we live in this realm. You're trying to earn love all the time. When you heal, you allow God to love you, and you know that He's not just your heavenly Father. He is responsible for you, and He puts you in this plane of life, and He saw this circumstance, He saw this situation, He saw this moment. So He knows exactly what is coming up and what had to come up. And because He knows, He's obviously going to take care of you. And if He saw it, it means that He can plug you out of it. So when you surrender and you let go, you're going to get out of that survival mode. But if you are still in control, it's going to be pretty difficult. And again, I have another video attached here on how to get out of survival mode. So with that, you can then lean back and start creating from your soul and start manifesting and creating money from this relaxed place, and not from this place of hustle and grind, thinking that you're in danger, and simply getting an alignment. So when you get in alignment and you get out of survival mode and you surrender, you let go of control, guess what? Now you're on the frequency of abundance because you are at peace, you are still, you are calm, your nervous system is relaxed, you're open to receiving, right? And then, trust me, miracles are going to happen. And if you don't believe in miracles, I do, because we see them. I see them every day in my life, right? And when these miracles starts happening, your life starts changing. So that is how you can literally start getting on the frequency of abundance. And the next thing is literally look around, see the abundance that is already in the world. You think that you don't have money, but look at the money that is around you. If you look at just maybe your surrounding, look at the buildings, look at just imagine, evaluate even the building you live in and your neighborhood. As you step out having a walk, Look at how much money there is actually around you. And if there's that much money around you and you are not having and experiencing it, probably it's not because the money doesn't exist. It's probably because you are not on the frequency of the money. So, and this is your call to shift your energy, change how you feel about money, and actually start attracting the things that you desire. Now, thank you so much and see you in the next video. Now, share this video with someone if you know they need it, and I look forward to seeing you. Subscribe.